Welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. This is actually a Let's Play I wanted to bring you a couple months back now. I originally had intended to do it over December, but things happened. Now that it's January, February, not a big issue anymore, so let's squeeze it in now. The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds is the sequel, I suppose you could say, to A Link to the Past, which, as I'm sure many of you know by now, is my favorite Zelda game. It takes place a number of years. After that, the Link we play as here is not the same Link that occurred in there. In fact, the legend that they speak of at the beginning of this game is recounting the events of Link to the Past. A Link Between Worlds is not only treated as the sequel to A Link to the Past, but even mechanics, gameplay-wise, even the camera angle, are all designed to play homage to Link to the Past. All in all, I think it's really neatly done. I think the whole experience, honestly, I think this is just a really fun game. I enjoy playing through it. So we shall see how things go. There's a lot I like about this game. There's a couple qualms I have with it, but there's no real qualms that feel detrimental to the game. I think the only qualms I have are more disappointing than anything. But regardless, this is Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. So as we're finishing up the recounting of the story here, we of course have where Link defeated Ganon at the end of the game. And apparently when Link made his wish, the wish moving everything back to how it was before Ganon showed up in the first place, the Triforce also then separated. One going to the royal family, as it is wont to do, since Zelda's usually the one who has the Triforce of Wisdom. Courage going to the hero's line, though not necessarily of blood, at least I don't think so. And finally, the last one slipping into Ganon. Now, one thing they mentioned here is that they sealed Ganon at the end of Link to the Past, and no, I'm pretty sure he just killed him. Of course, there's a couple interesting things that have been established since then that may or may not say that he was actually killed. But, I don't know. Canon's difficult. Let's boot up this game. Play this crap. Seeing as I've beaten the game once already, I've unlocked Hero Mode, which I think is just a hard mode of the game. I'm going to be playing through on Normal here, and I'm going to be going ahead and keep him named Link. I don't know. I don't like renaming him. He's Link. A lot of heroes these days sleep in a lot. When did that become a thing? What if I don't wanna? You'll notice even the art style of this game, whereas usually many of the handheld games tended to take after the Wind Waker art style with like Toon Link running around and stuff. Here they've actually gone out of their way to mimic the original Link to the Past style, even in the characters. What if I don't want to be a blacksmith? I guess, like, really, though, what else am I gonna do? Got pots. That is indeed Majora's Mask over there in the corner. Why Link has it is beyond me. I can only hope he's never tried it on. Ooh. Weather vanes are important. Weather vanes are actually how you save in this game, as opposed to kind of the almost anytime saving of Link to the Past. There are actually active save points in this game. They also serve another purpose, but you have to touch them to activate them. They'll spin around and be all happy, and they'll be all happy from then on out, and you'll see that it's then added to the map. Why not? And now that thing will remain active. We can always go back here to save at a later date, but it's important now that we actually have the weather vane there. Again, there is another use for them, but that'll be later. I think one thing I really like about this game is how, like, for lack of a better word, how run and gun it is. Because, like, you book when you're running around, man. Look at me go. Dumb bush. Like, they don't slow down to drag anything out. You're just gone. And then the joystick actually makes it a lot smoother to get, like, right to that place you want to get to. I read fast. I apologize. I need to stop and let the text go on its own. That's a face. Way to judge a guy. I already don't like you. Ugh. So especially if this game is taking after Link to the Past, I think it's fair to not only compare this game to Link to the Past, but also to more recent Zelda games. And I think taking the other recent Zelda games in mind is also an important thing to keep in mind, and not strictly comparing it to Link to the Past. I guess we're taking the sword. Oh man, how about that? It's the big old castle, right there. It's like threatening a guy, man. I don't know how much I like this blacksmith. But the beginning of this game is perhaps a little structured. Like, they don't let you go too far off the beaten path. But can I even go over here? Like, do they let me? They do! And I think this is actually something I really like, is this game lets you just run around and go places. It actually expects you to run around and explore and find things on your own. Instead of, like, pigeonholing you, no, you're supposed to go here next, you're supposed to get this item next, you're supposed to do this next. At the beginning, they kind of tell you, yes, you're supposed to do this next, but that's honestly only like the very beginning, and they do it about as much as Link to the Past did. telling you first to go save the princess from the castle, and then you go talk to Hazrila, and they send you off to the Eastern Palace. In fact, the beginning of this game actually mimics the beginning of Link to the Past relatively closely. A lot of this game does. But especially, I feel, after the intro of this game, the game really opens up, and hey, this place back here actually has a purpose now that there's a path here. Hey, guys. And in turn, like, there's actually a use in going through this screen now. It's still pretty a useless screen, but hey, at least I'm pretty sure there wasn't a path there, or if there was, it was blocked off. Gotta activate them weather vanes. I haven't said much of what's going on the other screen yet, but to be honest, at this point, there isn't really anything. There's a map.
Hi.
I got a sword, and I'm giving it to a guy. Good old Dompe. Well, I hope they both end up happy. Whether or not that's with each other is another issue, but I want them to both be happy. That's also a thing. God dang it. Well, we gotta help her. Well, crap, man. Let's get going. Gotta get in there, man. Why am I going alone? I don't want to go on my own. I can't use this sword. It's not mine. Well, it is to save her. She screamed out, man. We gotta go do the thing. You got it, Dompe. Gotta go save a lady. Gotta go be a hero. Okay, now, he said it's under one of the said it's under one of the graves. This is the most obvious one. So, just like in Link to the Past, shove it back. The enemy you saw before, this little cactar guy. In Link to the Past, they always electrocuted you if you tried to attack them. These don't. They're just kind of generic enemies running around, but we will see ones that electrocute us later on. In the meantime, off to save Ceres! Oh, it's dark in here. You know what? Until next time, everyone. This place is dark, but we gotta go save a lady.